Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all things Arsenal. Before we get into it, my voice is weird. I lost it during the Arsenal City game. I was out at the casino with my mate and screaming too much, and I lost my voice yesterday. I didn't do a video. It's kind of weird still today, but it is what it is. We're just going to power through it. So yeah, what a game this was. Arsenal versus Man City at home. A huge game. Another one again. I mean, how bad of a start? How hard of a start have we had this season? I mean, obviously Liverpool away, Man United away, Man City away. I mean, the first 5 games of the season is ridiculous. And yeah, okay, we got a 1-1 draw, and we'll talk about that right now. So basically, very strange. I was quite nervous for this game, but at the same time, we had a decent record against them last year. They've definitely not improved this season in terms of Man City. They absolutely needed a win. That's what I was worried about. I was worried that they were just going to come all out and dominate us like the typical Man City do. And we'd struggle a little bit. We've got players coming back from injury. We've got players dropping like flies. So we don't have a regular starting 11 right now. So yeah, that was what made me nervous. But then they score an early goal. 9 minutes took Haaland just ran through. I screamed at my mate. I said they're not following Haaland. Haaland was just able to run straight through the gap in the middle of the defence and just slots the ball away. Once he's 1-on-1, he's pretty much going to score. And then you're thinking, oh crap, here we go. I thought we started the game really well up to that point, and then it's like 1-0 down, really, again. Okay, and yes, the first half was a terrible half for Arsenal. I think arguably one of the worst halves we've played this season. Just giving the ball away, sloppy, can't pass to each other, couldn't get Gyökeres into the game at all. Really struggling. And going to the starting lineup, I mean, I'll talk about the start I am now, not at the start of the video, because I feel like that's a bit of a cop out a little bit. Everyone's got an opinion on the starting lineup. The starting lineup is never going to be perfect for everyone. I was questioning it though. Trossard starting. I love Trossard, but he's not a starter. He needs to come off the bench. He does so well coming off the bench. He doesn't. I mean, pretty much every game, apart from maybe a League Cup game, we always struggle when we start Trossard. And I'm thinking, oh really? And Marino in midfield as well. I thought Martinelli deserved a start purely for the Champions League. I think you could say that the same about Trossard, but Martinelli is the younger player, he's the faster player, he's more direct, he's got more energy. It would have made more sense starting Martinelli and not Trossard. Talk about that in a minute. So obviously Martinelli pops up at the end of the game, but the big glaring one for me was Eze. If we're not going to have Odegaard into the team, if he's injured, start Eze in the middle, on the left hand side, whatever. He's creative, he creates chances. Again, we'll talk about him in a minute more. Just didn't make sense. Kind of saw Saliba starting, but I would have started Mascara, to be honest with you. I think Mascara has not put a foot wrong at all the entire season so far, since minute 3 when he came on against Liverpool. He hasn't put a foot wrong. I would have started him, to be honest with you. Partly for that, and partly because Saliba's only just coming back from a fairly decent injury. Don't want to be rushing him back. But then again, you can't see why he started Saliba, even though you just split apart and let Haaland just run in anyway. But it is what it is. The whole first half was trash. Big changes in the second half. Eze comes on, brilliant. Should have started this game. Start Eze. Even if Odegaard comes back, start Eze. He's an amazing player. He's Premier League proven. He's got a really good record against City. Second half, it was just all Arsenal. 50 minutes onwards, it was so clear that Man City were just playing for just playing the defensive game, Jose Mourinho-esque, holding back, trying to defend, time waste. Donnarumma was time wasting 26 minute. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know about this game in Man City. Very strange. Pulis-esque from Pep, whatever his name is. Very strange. I think there's something wrong with Pep. I think there's something going on with him mentally or whatever, because he's kind of he's more and more of a weirdo lately. The things he says, his press conferences, his attitude on the side, on the touchline, very strange. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going through some kind of mental depression or something, because he's very odd. But it is what it is. Yeah, good changes in the second in half time. We pumped them badly in the second half. It was all Arsenal just trying to break them down. Very, very strange. And then, Martinelli comes on. Eze just launches the ball. I mean, I don't know why they hadn't been doing that for Gyökeres the entire game. That's the kind of ball that Gyökeres plays on. Gyökeres actually did alright. I think he was offside when the ball was being played, but he distracted a couple of the defenders. Just ball over the top. Martinelli gets it, drops it, and then just chips Donnarumma, and it is a fantastic goal. Brilliant goal. What a week Martinelli's had. And I was telling you, go back through 2 or 3 videos ago, I was telling everyone, like, Martinelli's been disappointing this season, but the amount of crap he's been getting online from Arsenal fans, let alone everyone else, it's just disgusting. People writing him off, people trying to get him to be sold or whatever. People wanting him to be sold in the summer. I'm like, what the crap, man? This guy's a good player. He's just going through a bad patch right now, as most players do. And he's come back, and he is back. And hopefully he can stay now and start scoring a bit regularly. We need that left-hand side to be on fire, because our right-hand side is brilliant. And yeah, we rescue a point, 93rd minute. And then that was really much. Did I celebrate? Yeah, I did, because that's why I've got no voice right now. And why not? What's the point in, being a football fan if you can't celebrate? We absolutely deserved a point from this game. We should have won. Man City are dreadful. I mean, god awful. Haaland is clinical when he has to be, but apart from that, they're just god awful. They're really, really just trash. They're not in the top 5 right now, which is fantastic. So I was just happy we didn't lose. I'm happy they didn't win. I'm happy that we got a point at least. We should have won this game though. They were there for taking better starting 11. We would have won this game quite comfortably. It would have been another 5-1 win, in my opinion. Hopefully we learned a lesson now. We're obviously going to rotate the crap out of the team for Port Vale, but going to the Champions League, going to Newcastle next week. Firstly, I expect Eze to start that game. I expect Martinelli to start that game. I don't expect Marino to be in the midfield. I love Marino as well, but he shouldn't be starting this game. Shouldn't be starting the big games. Yeah, and the game finishes, and what do we see? It's Arteta he wasted the chance. Arteta bad. What about Pep? The glorious Pep, the game-changing Pep that apparently changed English football, went to Arsenal, scored a relatively lucky goal, and then just sat back for an hour or so, and just sat back, didn't do nothing, gave us the ball, and when we did it last season, it was, oh my god, they're ugly, they can't do that, no. When they do it, it's like defensive masterclass, or like, the Arteta agenda at the moment is so strange. It's weird. It's starting to be a bit worrying. Like, Sky Sports absolutely hate him for some weird reason. I think it's because he's foreign, because he's an Arsenal coach, because he's doing relatively good. He's changed Arsenal. They all wanted Arsenal to be 7th, 6th, so they could banter us. They can't do that anymore. So let's just crap all over the manager, and that's changed this club for the better. Very odd, very strange. Very disappointing. I was yelling and screaming. I don't normally do it, especially when I'm out. Shouting, but it was a frustrating game. Very sloppy in the first half. Terrible. We gave them so much respect. Man City they're not the Man City of 2 years ago. I don't see them challenging for the league this year. I don't see them challenging for anything this year. They're very, very beatable. We just gave them a little bit too much respect. People say, well, Arteta showed his mentor, too much respect. I think Arteta would jump at the chance to beat Pep every single time. I don't think it's that, we got to go easy on him because he's my mate. No, there's none of that bullshit. I think it's just a case of we gave him too much respect, too defensive. The starting lineup was too defensive. But it is what it is. Hopefully we've ironed that out and, we learn from that, and Arteta learns from that, because we can't be doing that again, especially against Newcastle, away from home as well. So we've got Port Vale next midweek, which is fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. I'll do a video on that because I can. because I'm off this week and next week. So like I said, it's a point. We should have won it for sure. If we'd won it, we'd be top of the league right now. But it is what it is. Well, we wouldn't. We'd be 2 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool are flying right now. They're the luckiest team in the league right now. That's going to burst at some point, you imagine. I need them to lose a game because I cannot have Liverpool fans going unbeaten. They're insufferable enough as it is. So, it is what it is. Spurs won, they've got 3 wins. I think that's the most wins they've got last season, in it. But, like I said, this point could prove to be a very, very important point for us. All Liverpool need to do is lose a couple of games and then, we're right back in it. Tottenham, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, they're all going to start losing games. Chelsea as well. Chelsea are not brilliant, in my opinion. They're decent, they're better than last year, but they're not. They got battered in the Champions League. I think that's going to be a regular occurrence for them. So it is what it is. I would like to have had a win, but it is what it is. We conceded 1 goal out of open play and another set piece. We've conceded 2 goals this season so far in 5 games, and scored 10. So, it tells you everything you need to know. But like I said, it's disappointing, but it could have been worse. And, I'm trying to choose to see the positive out of it. But yeah, big up to Eze, big up to Martinelli. Brilliant game changers. Gyökeres, I thought he did alright. He's not being serviced enough. Very strange. I said to my mate, I just want to see Eze, Saka, and Gyökeres play regularly. I think they and Ødegaard come in as well. I think they could have a real special relationship. We'll just have to wait and see. We had needed all our players back. Noni Madueke's apparently got injured. Apparently there was a rumour that it was an ACL tear, which is like, really? We just get Saka back and we're just going to lose Madueke, who's had a phenomenal start to the season, you've got to be real. It's becoming a sick joke now, the injuries that we've got. I mean, I forgot Kai Havertz was at the club, Jesus is not back till Christmas. We've only just got Saka back, got Saliba back, Ødegaard's still out. Like, we're going through it with injuries right now. Unfortunately, but we get players back. I think I don't think Saka and Saliba play midweek. I think they do start in the game against Newcastle, which is fine. It's another week for them to kind of get match fit again, get fit really properly, and we go again. We just keep going. This league, you just got to keep going. Yeah, Newcastle the weekend, and then Olympiacos midweek next week, which is fantastic. I'll do a video on that game as well, because like I said, I'll be home. And then looking at the thing, got West Ham at home, that should be an easy win, touch wood. We lost that game last season. We need to rectify that. West Ham are god-awful, relegation candidates for me right now. And then, like I said, Fulham after that, and then let's go Madrid in October, after the international break. So, it doesn't get easier. To be honest with you, like I said, I took the piss out of West Ham and maybe a little bit Newcastle there, but they're teams that have beaten us regularly recently as well, so we need to be on it for them, and lessons need to be learnt from this City game. All I can say is we've gotten Liverpool at Anfield out of the way, we've gotten Man United at Old Trafford out of the way, we've gotten Man City at home out of the way. 3 of arguably the hardest games we're going to have this season out of the way now. So we still got City at the Etihad, to be fair, but it is what it is. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But these are the games that we should be winning, and we need to win if we want to be in a sustained title challenge this year, which is what I want, which is what every Arsenal fan wants. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm disappointed with Arteta. I think he messed up. There was a guy online saying, people that I've never would have expected to say a bad word about Arteta, criticising him. Oh my God. It's like, well, yeah, there is a toxic, weird, strange, worrying agenda against Arteta in online, in the media. It's not just Sky Sports, it's quite all over the place. In other fans, it's got to the point now where fans that love Arteta like me, when we criticise them, we're not wanting him out. You can't critique his decisions in a game and not want him to leave. The 2 things can be separate. We can acknowledge that he messed up the starting lineup in this game. But having said that, his substitutions were spot on. Both of his subs created the goal that got us a point. So, he's not completely wrong and he's not completely right. You can critique his starting 11 and being too defensive, while there's no other manager on this planet that I would rather have at Arsenal right now than like Mikel Arteta. And but I still think he messed up in the City game. We should have won this game, and we could have done if he got his job spot on. Which he's not infallible, he's not perfect, and he makes mistakes. He's just got to learn from them now. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of everything I said in this video. What do you think we could do against Port Vale? I mean, that should be a win, but we're going to rotate heavily for that, so you never know. Newcastle, let me know what you think about Newcastle away. Really tough game again. Game 6, like really, it's never ending in the Premier League. So, and let me know what you could do in the Champions League. Olympiacos at home, decent. Atletico Madrid, tough, but at home. We won. I think we won all of our group stage games in the Champions League last year, if I'm not mistaken, at home, should I say. I think we lost against Porto, I think, or Atalanta, I can't remember. But I think we won all our games at home, which is what we need to do. We need to be up as high up that table as possible so that, we can get a relatively decent draw in the knockouts. But cross that bridge when we get to it. Let me know what you think about all the injuries, the players that we did play this game. Trossard, Martinelli, Gyökeres, Madueke injury as well. Like, are we going to miss him? Saka's back. Let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it. I need to stop because otherwise my voice is going to go completely. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you guys midweek for the Port Vale game. And I'm keen for that because I think that's a cup that we should be winning. So, yeah, anyway, guys, have a good week. I'm having a really good week. It's actually my birthday today, so I'm having a good week. So, have a good week too, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days for the Port Vale game. Take it easy, guys. Adios.